Hello, Aries. Welcome to your November 2021 overall reading. So we want to get a message for you for the month of November. I always like to take a look and see Okay. You have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Four of Swords in reverse, the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay. So, looks to me like that's a goal for money or like a deadline. Feels like a deadline. Like, oh, maybe it's a self-imposed deadline. You know, I want to have X, Y, and Z money because November's sort of pretty much toward the end of the year. Maybe you feel like you haven't reached your goal. And the goal and the time, you got the clock. The time is fast approaching toward that deadline, that happy day, that, but I feel like you've been told that that was the time, or it could be self-imposed, or it could be a monetary deadline that someone else put on you. This feels like but it's something that you've held yourself to. Like you got a reading that said, you know, by January 1st of 2020, something along those lines. You're going to have X, Y, and Z, and you internalized it, and the deadline is fast approaching is where I'm getting with that. Right? So, or it could be self-imposed. You know, you could, I would like to have X, Y, and Z, but it definitely feels like you've internalized it. So you've accepted it, you know, your mission, should you choose to accept it, you accepted it. Okay. And it's like the opportunity, this opportunity is coming at you fast, right? For there to be monetary fulfillment. Okay. So it feels like I'm getting this like, well, it was supposed to be here by now. Or how quickly can it pop up before the 1st? I don't know. I don't know. Let me take a look-see. Okay, yeah. Let's take a look-see. What's the outcome here with that? So this is like your life's path. It has something to do with, it's like, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. When we all look at a symbol, we all agree, right? They're universal symbols that we all agree they mean the same thing. We all understand it. We learn it in school. We learn it through culture. We learn it through growing up, right? My favorite example is a wedding band, okay? It's a band of metal that is worn on the left ring finger. No? Yeah. And everyone agrees that that is a universal sign for that person being in a committed relationship. At some point in time, that symbologry became emblazoned, and it's like in the lexicon of all cultures that's what that means. This is sort of the same thing. It's like being on your life's path, okay, and giving it a meaning and a power, having it mean that, okay? So as it's like somehow that is an understanding for you and an equivalency to something. It's symbolic of something, being on your life's path, okay? Being on your life's path. Oh, are you on... it could be, I'm just getting this. It's like some people feel like that's reward in itself and you don't need money because you're on your life's path. Well, I hate to tell you that, but you cannot pay the light bill with that, and it's impossible to do certain things in the dark. You know, I don't believe it. I'm not a personal believer in that. However, I do know there are some people who do believe that way. They hold that belief system, and they believe their gifts and talents will make a way for them. And I don't subscribe to that, but I do know some people do. I don't make statements against people's belief systems, except, like I said, in my case, it's not a belief system for me. Okay. So, this is giving it a certain title and a certain importance that is universally recognized. So, it could be, getting certified in something. It could be having a diploma of some sort, a title, that gives validation, thank you, Spirit, to your life's path, okay? The opportunity is timed, whatever this opportunity is, or feeling like you're running out of time for this opportunity is what I'm getting, because it's in reverse. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, so you feel like you're running out of time. Let's say you want to be a reverend, because that's what I keep hearing. You want to be a pastor. You want to be a spiritual teacher. It's like the opportunity to do that. You feel like the time is running out and it's coming up. The deadline is coming up quickly for that to be recognized. So it would be like, well, like I said about the wedding band, if you don't get an engagement ring by this, then, all these other timed occasions or opportunities, events. It feels like an event. It feels like something's coming up. There's a deadline and you feel like you're not going to meet it, and that's going to throw you off of this life's purpose. Because of money. Okay, so tell me the solution for that. Gifts. Your gifts and talents make a way. You receive a gift. A gift is bestowed upon you. And it is a gift. It's not something that you have to repay or something that you have to earn. It's a gift. Okay? So let's see. So there... Yeah, I did see that. Okay, so here's what speaking your truth has done. You had pure intentions, you chose your path. You feel like the path you were guided to choose this path, okay? But it feels very stagnant right now. And that's because there's some disappointment here. It's like, well, I thought I'd be further along, in this column, you're further along in the path and the journey and where you're going and how it's going. You thought you'd be further along. Okay. You thought you'd be further along. Okay. So they're saying you're entertaining no foolishness. Okay. And that's great. You're not entertaining fools or foolishness. You have pure intentions. You've chosen the path. The Spirit has guided you to the path. But right now there's a step, like I said, because there's a disappointment, there's a time where there has to be a healing. There's a gap here, but you want to move forward. You've made the decision. Okay. Yeah. It's going to take time for this to move forward. It just takes time. Like I said, it's a timed thing. I don't know what the timing is or the time mechanism is. It feels just like there's a deadline here, right? Overall, there's a deadline. But it has to take the time. You have to go through the steps and the stages to get to where you need to be. You have to do it that way. It's like, you have to, if you like over here where you are, if you're getting the title, right? You have to go through the schooling. You have to learn the curriculum. You have to do what's required to receive the diploma. That's a timed thing, right? So time here is a factor. You are not celebrating because you feel like there is more work to be done. There is more that you have to accomplish. So you're not celebrating your small victories. That's what I'm hearing. You're looking at the timing. You're looking at how it's going. Remember, there's a disappointment there. You know, you're looking at your journey and where you're going, who's on the path, new obstacles you're seeing. Yep. I'm going to just put that down because I just popped the obstacle part right out. Okay, so you are looking at this. The obstacles are impediment to where you're trying to go. Absolutely. But there's also people here who are an impairment, you know, that they really are hindering you. And that's because they have no good intentions toward you. I mean, the snake is a snake is a snake is a snake. There's no three ways to interpret that. You know, these people, because I'm getting more than one. More than one snake. Okay. Yep. Okay. There's more than one, and they are creating new problems for you, right? There just are. Here you are, just tra-la-la, moving along, you know, your little life's path, your little life's journey, where you're supposed to be going, where you're destined to end up. And these people are creating obstacles for you. They are. They have no good intentions. None. And they're hiding in plain sight. So, I'm going to tell you what I think about people who hide in plain sight. Those are usually your friends and family, your inner circle type folks, right? Let's see who these people are, because they really are. They create obstacles for you. They create problems for you. They create drama for you. Who are these people? Let's just see. Let's see who these people are. Oh, they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. You know that song? That's what they're singing. Spirit got your song going. The backstabbers. These are the people who they say that they, you know, yeah, I understand and you should do this and that's great and blah, blah, blah. And now, I believe when people are happy and they're living in their life's purpose and they're walking their path, they can be happy for you. I do believe that. But these people are not. These people look at you and they're like, oh, look at you. Aren't you lucky? Aren't you just too blessed to be stressed? Aren't you just living your life's purpose? Aren't you just wonderful? Okay. I don't like that energy. I'm gonna ring the bell. Everybody has those people in their lives. We just gonna excuse them from the party. They can go along. Because who needs that? You know? Stand strong. And here's the thing too I'm getting from this. You know, you should just look your best. Put the best foot forward. Remember, and I always say this, they're not haters, they're fans. Because you occupy so much of their time and effort and energy. I don't know. I mean, that sounds like your own little fan club. They're not fans you want. They're the fans you have. You literally are occupying all this energy for this person. You are the embodiment of what they spend the most time focused on. Find a way to cash that in. If you can find a way to cash in on these people and their, you know, issues, you'd be rich. You would be. I mean, if that's what if it takes so much energy to be false, to keep the facade going, that is unbelievable. You know, there are your fans. There they go. Mm-hmm. They may be the first fans you get. That's okay. You're on your way. You know, your gifts and talents make way for you. I don't believe that monetarily they always do initially. I think you still have to develop that. I don't see that it's just going to fall into your lap, but I don't see it being this hardship where, you know, you can't pay your bills. You can't, like, I don't see poverty here. I don't see strife here. I don't see lack of money here. All I see is that, you know, there is a deadline in your mind. I see it in your mind. I see it as your focus that you need to get to monetarily. You know, it's one of those things where, you know, by the time I was this age, I should have had this, and this. Those are your beliefs. And I don't judge other people's beliefs. I just know that things have to happen in a certain time, right? You don't wake up tomorrow, meet your soulmate, and then 30 minutes later, we're married. That's not how it works. See, and even you know that's not how it works, right? It has to take time. Things have to progress along. Besides, you are working toward this titleship, this diploma, this certification, this you know, so it's going to take time. Those things take time, okay? These people who are smiling in your face and over here creating problems for you, you can expose them. You know, you can expose them, but I don't see that here. I don't see them being exposed. I see you coming out stronger than you went in, and I see you looking great, okay? You know, I see that. I see you just looking... Not only do you look great, it's almost like they can feel it. They can smell it. Like, you just, all of their senses are just tingling because you have applied all of that energy to that. So they're just like, oh, half ran. Yeah, that. Okay, Aries, your closing message for the month of November. Don't turn around on none of these people. That's what I say. Don't do it. Don't turn your back. Because these people... Your desires fully manifest as the flowers begin to bloom. So springtime. Okay? Isn't that the most wonderful time for new beginnings? And weddings, I'm just saying. I mean, you may not be looking for anyone, but I know that spring's a great time for a wedding. Everybody wants to get out. Everybody wants to smell the roses, you know. Everybody wants to see things bloom and fresh start. Yeah. And since you are up against deadlines and timing and all of that good stuff, you feel very pressed about the timing of it, though. This timing feels very pressed. Feels very, very, very pressed. I don't know why my hair was very, very pressed. You feel pressed, okay? This is pressure. But I feel like it's you who's doing it. I don't really feel like it's an outside force. I feel like you have decided this time. You have set that boundary. Okay, Aries, there is your November reading. Looks to me like you got things to do. So, I will see you again next time. Thank you for joining me. Once again, hit the thumbs up if this message was valuable to you, as it can help other people to receive the valuable message. And I am going to wish you 1,000 blessings and ask you to be thankful for each and every one. And I thank you for being a blessing to me. Bye.